that he wasn't a man because he didn't make a man. He said, "You're not a real man if you don't." Dad wasn't somebody I think you would have enjoyed him because of his intellectual conversations, but you wouldn't have liked his condescension towards certain things. You're a much gentler person. You have your ways, don't get me wrong, everybody does, but I don't think you would have appreciated his condescension. Because if you did, you wouldn't be talking to me. You wouldn't call me and ask me things because I'm a girl. But that's not the kind of guy you are. Like, I'm gonna ask a female. She knows something. I'm gonna get the information no matter where it is. Not him. It had to come from a man. I think that might have irritated you a bit because he closed himself off, and I told him that. Here I am, one of your heirs, whether you like it or not, and I want to take over the family business. Mackie has expressed he wants nothing to do with it. Nadine has expressed he wants nothing to do with it. And I didn't even know about you and you and Rashid. So, it was like, here I am. That's when he was like, you're not allowed to do that. You're a girl. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm the smartest one out of all these jokers.
Well, you are in IT, Runa.
I'm not worthy.
But wait a minute, so you're no longer in IT, aren't you? In like managerial IT somehow?
No, I'm a buyer. I'm a procurement buyer. What's wrong, Matthew?
You're a procurement buyer. How do you go from IT to a procurement buyer? How do you go from that?
Because what I buy is still IT.
Okay, IT products.
Yes.
Okay, but you really aren't doing anything. But are you doing anything like hands-on technical now still?
No technical support.
That's awesome.
I actually am I'm strategic than anything. When I walk into an IT department, I have the IT experience to know that from a procurement mind, that technician is going to need this in order to get that project done.
Right.
Now, somebody that doesn't know how to fix a laptop or doesn't know how to actually be a technician, when they walk into a technicianal room, they're not going to see that they need, mats for their feet, that they're going to need this keyboard, not just a regular wired cheap ass keyboard. They need a floating keyboard. They need all these things to make things run. That's the only thing that people are not able to do. I can't.
Interesting.
If I could go into a blank.
Okay. Listen to this. My mother gave us birth names. Strangely enough, Rashid's birth name, I haven't fully gained total, understanding of what his birth name is. But for sure, Falak's birth name, and you're saying Mahdi is 71 and Falak is 72. Falak's birth name has Ismail in it, and it has the fact that he was born on a different day than he was actually born.
So you're saying Falak is your brother, right?
Yeah, Falak is older than Rashid. Remember he adopted Falak. He adopted Falak. And something else is that Falak has a name which is one born on a Friday. Kofi. In the Ghanaian language of Kwi, it's Kofi. He got a Kofi name. He got Kofi in there as if he's born on Friday. But Falak wasn't born on a Friday. Falak was born on a Tuesday. But yours truly is really what takes the cake. Are you listening? I'm trying to Sherlock Holmes what you're saying to me, but go ahead, because there is no remembering. I don't even know who Falak is. Okay, Falak is older than, you know who Rashid is, don't you? Of course I know who Rashid is. Okay.
pious, but not phallic.
But we're trying to what we come to realize is that why the names were even changed. Why he even decided to mix those names and put
He
them in a
changed
position.
everybody. Okay, from what I understood, changing names for him was normal because he was always trying to. We was always trying to start something, do something.
If he had the stars, what else? Why would he need anything else? That's my problem.
Well, I mean, why would Matthew put his daughter's name under his electric bill? What I'm saying is he was always scamming. I don't want to say that to you, but I'll just be blunt. The man was always scamming. So I can understand if someone
That's
saying his
crazy.
birthday changed
I
constantly
just,
and so did
I
yours.
don't understand why the man with the Quran and stars decides to
Oh, come
scam.
on. So just because you got a Quran, okay.
How about the
So all
stars?
them
I mean, if you have a star, I mean, look at. Hold on a minute.
innocent people
Just
in the name
understand.
of the. I'm listening. I'm listening.
All right. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, you know, they have a way of going up to the moon. Big news. Everybody's glad to hear about that. Here's a man who claims he has stars. Have you heard of anybody making it to a star? No. Okay. Now this man supposedly had stars. He had stars. If he really had the knowledge of the stars, why would he in the Quran also, as he was carrying it around, and he taught the Sultan's son English, okay? Meaning that he could, you know, he spoke Arabic perfectly. He could why would he go around scamming? That's the question.
Only Mashada can explain that to you. I'll be serious with you on that one. Because only Mashada can explain why they were doing what they were doing.
I think I'm gonna have to talk to Mashada to understand. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you can really get the word to Mashada that, you know, yours truly has some very.
Well, what number should she call? The secret bat line or the other number?
Well, again, I mean, you know, it just depends. I mean, depending on the, you know, the situation.
Now, you know my mother. She is not going to sit here and peruse around contact list. So I'm just going to do one thing for you. I'm going to send you her number. I'm going to leave it up to you, Fatah. If you are going to contact her.
And let me tell you something else. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. Do you realize that my mother, okay? My mother, well, she stressed me not to look into his past. She actually stressed it.
She was a smart woman.
She stressed it, but I cannot hold back. I need to know. I have to know because, well, I mean, it's not unfortunate. I mean, I am the Khalifa of my mother right now. I am her representative here. So if I have, you know, the ability, you understand, to commit an execution.
Was your mother wrong on many things when it came to your father?
Well, see, the point of the matter is, I never met the man. That's the problem. Yes. Okay, yeah. So now they're both gone. I have a moral. I would hate to use the word, but I'm going to use responsibility to find out, you know, what it is that.
Whose responsibility? For who? For you? You need
so let me be honest. I mean, this is all coming from the junta. The junta is the one. The junta, they started this probe to figure out what started the Quranic revolution of 2021. So, yeah, so when they started that, you know, they decided, you know, to go through different details. Then, you know, it was kind of getting a lot of traction online as far as, you know, the African musketeers and, you know, the sitting tuba situation and you know, the line of Fatima and all this stuff. That kind of got too much, so they just put it on a secret, you know, on a secret back burner. But this particular point, we need to get this on record, okay? Because that Holy Quran has been watching me for the past 3 months saying, this is your father's Quran, read me. This is all you have to do.
I don't know what you were just talking about there for a minute, but Good luck with that. Somebody did something, and I, listen
Well,
to me, Papa.
actually, I mean, you
Listen
do
to me, Papa.
realize,
I listen to you. Listen to me. Don't do it. Okay? We are similar in many ways. We are different in others.
rule.
That
I
is
mean,
my
I would
advice.
rule.
Do not
I
commit
got to
yourself
tell
to
you
it.
something, okay? All right. In Africa, without my father, without my mother, at such an age, I had to learn to do with all sorts
I heard about the stories.
of humiliations of practically, I mean, anything that you probably don't even want to know about. Okay, do you really believe that, after all that time, after nearly, I don't know, 40 years, that I would have a problem staring at my father's past?
No,
Thank you very much. That's the end of the
but
I
you've been
guess,
through
yeah. I'm
enough.
not, no, I'm
Why
not.
put yourself? Why put yourself through anymore?
Well,
What's the point?
the point of the
I
matter
want
is
closure. Just tell me
it
you want closure, and
belongs
I'm okay with that.
it belongs to my history, Runa. I have to
Ah,
figure out.
honesty.
It belongs to my history. Why is it that I had to be deemed not, well, first,
Worthy enough to know.
right. I never even, I mean, he wasn't even there when I was born.
Fatah, he wasn't there for me either. You know that story where
But the point of the, do you understand the point of the matter is that
you're
she,
a man, you are your father's son. What you're doing is what I did when I got out of high school. And I'm gonna tell you, when I finally got to the end, and I was able to talk to him, and I understand you will not be able to talk to him, Fatah. The fact that I was able to speak to him and get answers to the questions I had through all of my investigation, through all of my questioning of everyone else, I had him to ask. You don't. You're going to be sitting there with these question marks all over your forehead, putting yourself through worry. But you need to call the only living woman that stayed with him. Because in order for you to get the majority of your answers, whether it's third party or not, that's all
okay.
you got.
Well, all we want to know is right now what to expect when we read my father's Quran. That's practically,
She's not going to know that.
well, she saw him read it.
Oh, how he read it. What did you
I'm
say?
sorry, Rue. I'm sorry.
No,
We
no,
all
no,
going on
no.
a right course here. So I mean, you come with me like Becky went with
I'm
Tom
coming with
Sawyer.
you. I sent you the number. I'm right there with you. I'm your Huckleberry.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I need
Thank
you
you.
to go ahead and give her a call, and I'm telling you where all of your answers lie.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think
Phone
that's gonna be
goes.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
gonna be. I
you
mean, but
know.
I'm gonna have to call probably tomorrow. Because tonight I'm already done for the night. It's been so much work. I've had that clinic thing, and yikes, I've
I
just
know
had a
you're
lot of,
tired.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
tired.
yeah. And then if you check out the channel, the subscribers, we're at 518 now.
The thought. I already. All right, let me go back. I got to figure out what profile I'm subscribed under because I definitely hit subscribe. I
Yes,
remember
you
that
didn't
because I
see
had
that.
to
That's
post.
that's rule. I mean, okay, you know what? We're gonna find all this gold, and I'm not gonna have to get a guarantor. I'm just gonna need like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn kept talking about pirates until they lived the life of a pirate, practically, when they ran away from home. And then at the end of it all, yeah, they did find a lot of gold because they were always involved around somebody who found it, who was a
Yeah, they
criminal,
wrote
and then they
that
wind
book,
up.
huh?
Yeah, it's a good one. But anyway,
Yeah, it's a good one.
it is a good one. It is a good one. It is a good one. Well, I mean, it's good. I mean,
Put yourself on the big TV.
well, this whole
Okay.
thing. I mean, it is going very
YouTube.
well. To be honest, it's
Yeah.
going very well. I mean, I'm. It's going to be a year on my anniversary. You know that, Rue?
Yeah, I do know. You've been through a lot, man.
Hey,
You've been
it
through a
is. It
lot.
is. I mean, I've managed
And
to write.
that's what's so cool. Finish your cracker, and I'll help you put your shoes on.
I mean, of course, some things have happened here. Managed to write some books, make a name somehow. It is what it is. Such is life. But that Quran, I mean, that's gonna really help me out. So I'm gonna talk to Mashada.
Yeah, talk to Michelle.
Mashada's the one. Mashada's our next witness, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. She got a lot of info, man.
That's cool.
While her brain is fresh, just keep probing her.
That's
She'll be
awesome.
happy to hear from you.
That's absolutely great. Yeah.
Inshallah.